Hey, what's going on everyone? Moose here, and today I want to talk about a new flashlight that's being released from Olight. As of today, you'll be able to go out to Olight and pick one of these up. I will drop a link in the description down below. But for some of you, you're going to look at this and say, hey, I've got one of those. But there's some really special stuff about this one, and we're going to talk about that coming up next. Alright guys, so here we have it, the Olight Warrior Ultra. Now for those of you that are familiar with Olight and have been around for a moment like I have, you're going to notice the name, the Warrior, right? This is a tried and true name. It's a flashlight that honestly has been around for a moment. However, this Ultra is brand new, and we're going to talk about the differences right now. So first and foremost, you get the awesome Olight carrying case. It's got the snap as well as the belt loop. So, you know, with the snap, you can kind of feed it through your webbing if you want to carry it that way. Or you can slide it through your belt. It's also got a hook on the top. So if you wanted to, you know, put it on a carabiner of such, you could do that as well. But let's get into the flashlight itself. Here we have the Olight Warrior Ultra, and it actually even says Ultra right on the button there. Functionality wise, it is going to be what you expect from the Olight. If you press and hold down, the light will come on. If you press even harder, you get the turbo mode. Complete with, the reason that it was dimming is that awesome little sensor in the front that is a proximity sensor to avoid burning or things like that. This is a very bright light. But let's talk about some of the differences between the Warrior Ultra and the Warrior 3S, right? This was my EDC. This is my new EDC, and we're going to talk about some other stuff coming up. But you are going to get the normal magnetic charging cable that comes with this. I actually forgot to grab it to bring it here, but you guys have seen them. It's just very simple. The magnet actually pulls the charger right to the base. And it just charges USB-A on one end, and then boop, pops right on the end, and it will charge all of your Olight flashlights. So now I have two of these chargers. It's even better. So what sets this apart from this? Well, a couple of things. One, this is exclusive OAL material developed by Olight. It's as light as normal aluminum, but 1.73 times harder than 6061 aluminum and stronger than titanium, and they claim it is really built to last. Now, if any of you guys followed along with my Warrior S3 video, I actually got one of those in titanium, and I torture tested it to the point where it actually broke. But I mean, I put it through things that you would never do. I mean, you would never do to a flashlight. It wouldn't even happen even if you accidentally did it. I went extreme, and it took a lot to break that. It does have the endless run of 2,500 lumens in a 320 meter beam. It's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and up to 55 days of runtime. These are the Olight batteries that come in them, 5,000 milliamps. I'm guessing when they talk about the 5-day that we are talking about low power and leaving it on, and you might get that. I might even test that coming up in the future. It's got an emergency ready bezel, so it's got a serrated edge for glass breaking and self-defense. That is a big difference from the standard Warriors, where this is very rounded, very smooth, you know, like, I mean, it's rippled as you guys can see, but it's not pointy and sharp. This one, on the other hand, is very pointy and sharp. If you were to strike something with that, you can see it actually leaves dimples on my hand or on the back of my hand. So it is definitely more tactical when it comes to the end of the flashlight. They claim it'll break glass. I have not tried it. I don't necessarily have a piece of glass to try it on. However, it is my EDC, and as a firefighter, there may come a day where I actually try to utilize this. And if I do, I will definitely report back. It does have the smart safety sensor. It auto dims to prevent overheating and accidental activation, meaning that if it's in your pocket, it's not supposed to come on or stay on. Tactical and daily modes. Quick tail switch for instant adaptability. Now, once again, if you guys are familiar with the Olights, if you quick tap the rear, the light will come on and stay on, and you can see where that auto dimming kind of comes into play. It's about 10 inches away from my hand. It'll kind of, you know, just dim it down so nobody gets burnt. Or if you're carrying it in your hand, you can actually just hold the button down. And if you hold it down for an extended period and then you let off, it'll automatically turn off. So it's kind of like quick press, it'll stay on. If you just hold it down, it's kind of more like, hey, I'm looking around, and then you can let off and it goes on its way. You'll notice these 4 little lights here at the bottom that are lit up. Those are your power. That's how much battery life is left. Then if you want to change this, you can simply tap this button here, and you'll notice it's only lit up on 1, that's low. And then if you hold it down, it'll go to 2. If you hold it down again, it'll go to 3. And if you hold it down again, it'll turn back to 1. Now, in order to get to the turbo mode, you really need to use this back button to press and hold, right? It's not one of those you know, kind of things that you would use. The back button is really going to be the only way that I've found that it'll activate the turbo mode. I have not ran the tests on this as far as length of running time, just to be honest with you guys. However, I have done it on the Warrior 3S, and it is a very good amount of time. I think I ran this for, I don't even remember. You guys would have to check back on my other video. Now, cosmetically, they are about the same size. As a matter of fact, they are the same size. But one thing really stands out is this grip here, to me, it's grippy, right? But it's kind of slippery at the same time. It's not real, like, I don't really have a great grip on the flashlight. It is grippy, don't get me wrong. You're not going to drop it holding on to it. But compared to the knurling that they put on this one, it is very grippy. It grips both ways very, very well. I have to really pull to get that to happen. The finish on this, to me, feels more military, maybe. I don't know what, you know, like, this is very smooth. This is a very beautiful light. I love this thing. This was my EDC, and it's still going to be utilized. I'm going to carry it on my on one of my vests, but this one here is the one that I am started to wear now on my side, whether I'm just walking around in public or I'm out on a fire call. This is a great flashlight. Now, when we talk about flashlights, I want to be really clear about something. I have an opportunity, and I've played with a lot of flashlights. I really, truly have. I actually have the Olight gun weapon lights as well, and I love them. I honestly do. I even have some of their sights. Now, this is a flashlight that was my old EDC, and this is from a very well-known brand that all of you are familiar with. But the one thing that I noticed about all of these that I have from this very well-known brand, and I'm not going to say anybody's name, is they tend to overheat and want to shut down. I use this all the time, well, I still carry it on me all the time anyway, for just quick peeks at stuff. But I've noticed that if this light stays on for, like, say more than 5 minutes, it kind of goes into thermal protect mode. I used to think that I ran the battery out of it, and I would literally have to turn it off, and I would always go to try to charge it, and then I realized that it was just getting so warm that it thermally shut itself down. And when it did, it really made me mad because I couldn't get it to turn back on. I have yet to run into that with the Olights. I work on stuff all the time. I'm always looking for a good flashlight, and I can tell you that, listen, you guys know I've always been honest with my reviews, and as much as I hate to admit that, you know, because I know there's so much trash talk out there about Olight, but they really are good lights, guys. If you guys are looking for a solid flashlight, I can tell you the amount of stuff that I put my other Warrior 3S through, and it was a limited edition titanium one. I'm telling you, it was beyond anything that you would ever consider doing to a flashlight before that thing finally gave up the ghost. You know, even this one here, you can see there's a nick right there. I threw it at the ground just to see if it would survive, and that's the only damage that it took. And while I'm kind of bummed out that I put a nick in that bezel, it did survive. So I've dropped it lots and lots of times on the concrete just to see, and it just keeps on clicking. It just does not stop. So definitely check them out. I will try to put a piece of video at the end here where I take this out into the outdoors and show you guys the illumination of this. It's been very nasty around here lately, but over the weekend here before this release, I will try to get some video, and you'll be able to see that right here. Alright guys, so we're outside. This is actually my backyard. I was planning on taking this out in the trails this weekend to kind of show you guys the Olight. It's right here in front of me. I know you can't really see it, but I am going to show you guys. You can see this is basically one power, right? So that's low setting. You can see the green light. We're gonna turn it up. Now it's on 2. So this is medium setting. And we're gonna hold down the button again. We're gonna do high setting. And you can see out there, it's shining pretty good. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off, or I guess hit the turbo button, and now it's on turbo. And you can see, hopefully, I mean, I'm lighting those trees up. I mean, I can totally see everything up in those trees all around me. You can see just how bright this thing is. It is outstanding. So if you guys are interested in picking one of these things up, there's a link in the description down below, and you can grab yourself an Olight Warrior Ultra. So my power level, hold the button down, hold it again, goes to low beam, and it's really nice. It actually even has a strobe feature. I think in order to get the strobe, I don't remember how to get the strobe on there, but it does have a strobe feature. I'm kind of bummed out because I don't remember how to get it on there, but there is instructions. You guys can check these out. Till next time, be good to each other. God bless.